Welcome back, everybody, to episode 3. I haven't came up with a name yet for my podcast, and I think I will just let it come to me naturally as I go with the flow. I'm really excited about this topic we are going to discuss about today, but I'm more so excited to introduce you guys to an amazing friend of mine. Everyone, this is my dear friend Julissa, aka the one and only Aquarius. Let everybody know who you are, where you come from, where can they find you on social media.
Hi everyone, my name is Julissa. You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, not my Snapchat because it's too private for y'all. But it's Julissa G97. And I'm from the Bay. If you don't know the Bay, you shouldn't have a Bay. Simple as that. Now, for real, how do you not know the Bay, though?
Gang.
Wait, just kidding.
Just kidding. Me and Julissa have been dying to do a podcast on this subject forever. Even in most of our conversations, they somehow pop up, and we end up talking about it for days, and we just get stuck talking about it. And what were we talking about again? I'm just kidding.
No.
Our first loves.
Yes,
right?
first loves.
So we decided to write individually about our experiences in our journals. Jot down some bullet points that are important. Since Julissa is our guest, I'll let her start off with what she has in mind first. So.
Okay, guys. So, I had my first love, my first boyfriend, my first everything. Yes, everything. When I was 16 years old. We dated for 4 years exactly. And I would say it was a good relationship. It was, I learned a lot of things through it. But I would say you become very infatuated with your first love to the point that you're low-key borderline obsessive about them. And if you say, no, that's not even me, you're lying, because everyone gets like that. You just want to spend all your time with them. You want to be with them. And honestly, when you're with them, you think that being with them is the only way to be with someone. Like, you will never have someone else like that.
That's all you know.
It's all you know, basically.
That's basically what we were saying.
Yeah.
Your first love is all you know.
Yeah.
It's innocent.
Yes, very.
It'll never be the same feelings,
No.
the same first everything, because that's your first.
Yeah, it's special.
Yeah. What did I say?
When did you have your first love, Jess?
Oh, my first love?
Yeah.
I was really young. I was like 14, 15?
Yeah.
I was a freshman in high school.
Ooh.
And whoo! It was innocent.
Yeah, it is.
But I feel like, what comes with that is like the pressure of like everybody having a boyfriend or girlfriend. If I don't have one, then I'm left out.
Yeah.
Or like if I don't lose my virginity, then
that's very like
I'm
the virginity thing, especially for guys though.
I feel like
it's worse.
Especially like
for girls, it's like we don't want to be called a hoe, so we're probably not going to do it with you.
yeah, which is true.
Yeah,
like based on society.
Yeah, so we don't. For most girls, young girls, like they're not gonna at that age. They don't want to like let people know that they had sex because it will be seen like as a hoe. So,
what do you think you learned from your first love that you would want other people to know?
I would want people to know. I would want people to know that it's not just one way. Like, you will learn so much more about yourself after the relationship ends versus that when you're in it. Like, you'll realize it's just not the same thing with everyone. Damn, I'm going a little blank. But the point is, I learned like trust and boundaries, and that carried on later on to my relationships. It's just important to have boundaries with your significant other. Don't have each other's location. Don't check each other's phones. Like, learn don't check each other's phones. You don't want to see that shit. But I just think it's really important to have trust, and that's a big thing.
Yeah,
that's what
same
I learned.
thing for me. Like, it's all about boundaries and communication.
Yeah,
like communicating right and wrong.
Yeah.
Like, setting up your guys' own relationship and foundation. And just, like, learning with each other.
Yeah.
So, besides our first love, how's our dating?
Dating in 2019 so far.
2019, yeah.
It's only been April, but it's already changed hella.
Yeah, it has. And I think it's way different when you're younger.
Yeah.
And your first love. But dating has definitely changed, I think. What do you think in 2019?
I would say it's definitely changed for me. Versus when I was with my first love. I thought it was... I honestly thought there was... Huh? I thought honestly, because my first love was like... When I first started dating him, he, like, everything was good. And I just thought, like, there are people out there really do have good intentions. But to be honest, there's some fucked up people.
Dude, honestly,
and
yes.
I'm a good-ass person, so I wouldn't do people harm like that. But don't think that because you're a good person, someone's going to be good to you. That's, like, the biggest misconception that I learned. Like, do not think, like, you think... Everyone thinks like you, because they don't.
They don't.
They're really fucked up.
There's people on there, on, like, especially on, like, dating sites.
Yeah.
And just, like, getting to... You really just have to get to know the person. Like, see how they are around people, their family.
Yeah.
Do they love their mom?
Dude, do they love their mom?
Because that's so important. My psychology professor said if he does not love his mom, like...
He probably don't love you or respect you either, so...
He don't.
I would say, yeah, get to know them. So, yeah, compared to my first love, I just learned, like, the harsh reality of not everyone's the same, but, you just have to get to know them, I guess. I think you just have to, again, have boundaries with people because sometimes we let in, like, these toxic people, these strangers, complete strangers, and then within 4 months, they've taken over your life, and you're just like, damn.
Yeah.
How do I get them out?
Last question before we end. What advice do you have for people that are looking, like, when they're dating? Like,
I would say stop looking, because the more you keep looking for that person to come into your life, I feel like the more you're not going to find it. And if you do find someone, you're going to find them in the wrong place. And those people are not good people, and they're just meant for you to learn from them and move on. So I would say stop looking, invest in yourself, invest in your health, your career. Know yourself.
Really know yourself.
Know yourself and what you really want.
Out there. Yeah.
Yeah, because some people don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my advice too. Just like
stop. Just stop.
Well, not just fully stop, but really get to know yourself first before you get involved with another person, because like we were saying from both of our first loves, like, it meant everything to us. Yeah. Like, they were our whole world, our whole universe, everything. Yeah. And we felt like we weren't anything without them. Yeah. So, just like she said, invest in yourself. Yeah, do that. Be yourself. Know yourself.
Yes.
All right, guys. That concludes our podcast for today. Thank you, Julissa, for coming over my podcast.
Yes. It's a pleasure to be here. I love Jessica.
All right.
Okay. Bye,
Peace.
guys.